Welcome to live coverage of Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports, presented by Cox Health. Also sponsored by Absolute Roofing, Pinnager Chevrolet, Gold Medal Gyms, Vision Health Eye Center, Republic Animal Hospital, Pine Street Pharmacy, Beauty and Wellness Co., State Farm agent Sarah Rader, Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts, Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Southern Sun Electric, Far Better Plumbing, PKD Cafe, Rocco's Italian Kitchen, State Farm agent Chris Yoakum, Central Gas Propane, Destiny Church, and Yoakum Automotive. And now the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo Football Pregame Show. Ranked number 4, Republic ranked number 6, will go at it tonight, and we'll bring it to you live on the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo pregame show, and we'll talk about it right after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnager Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnager Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnager family-style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnagerChevrolet.com.
Introduce your young child to Sweet Peas at Gold Medal Gyms. It's ideal for kids aged 12 months to 5 years, promoting physical, social, and cognitive growth. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Welcome back to the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo Football Pregame Show. Tigers and Cardinals ready to go at it here in a few minutes. David Brazil along with Rich Miles ready to bring you the action. And Rich, this is a fun atmosphere. The cars are lined up all the way down the driveway to ZZ, and it is going to be a fun night of football.
Oh, yeah. Large crowd, both sides, home and away. As you had alluded to, this is a big matchup. You've got two state-ranked teams, Webb City 4, Republic 6, going at it. And as we know, if anything goes back from how things ended last year with Republic knocking off Webb City, and early into their season, which usually hardly ever happens. That's been since 2009 is the last time that they haven't gone to at least a Final Four in football. So the expectation's high going into tonight's game.
And two teams that are expected to do well, obviously, state ranked, but also just you look at their starts, and Webb City has a loss, but that was to Class 6 Nixa, and so it's going to be a good one here tonight. We've got the presentation of colors here, and we will quiet down and let you enjoy that and the national anthem coming up from the Tiger Pride Band.
Please remain standing to honor America as the Republic High School Tiger Pride Marching Band plays our national anthem. Thank you.
Well, Rich, we talked about how good these two teams are, and with Webb City, they've got multiple weapons they will throw at you, and I know their running backs are two guys that you got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, the Webb City returns two running backs, kind of a dual threat. You have Gallardo and Jackson, and both those guys their names pretty well known across Southwest Missouri. Both those guys last year combined for over 20 touchdowns. Webb City has been traditionally a run-dominant offense, so you'll get a heavy dose of both of those running backs tonight. And obviously not anything that the Republic defense isn't used to seeing. Kind of on some aspects, kind of a mirror image of themselves. Republic being very much of a run-heavy team. We talked about how, this might be, time-wise, a relatively quick game compared to, most Friday nights, just because both these teams keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock running.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm 100% sold on that theory. I know we talked about that ahead of time with some of the other guys in the other booth, but I think that both of these teams are going to throw a little bit more than they usually do. I mean, Republic will throw it when they've got the opportunity to throw it. If you think back to last year, it was the pass to James Rexroth in the second half that kind of got them going after they had fallen behind by 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. I think we might see more passing than a lot of people expect, but I also know that both of them want to be able to pound it on the ground. I just don't know whether they're going to be able to, and I think they both are capable of throwing, so that may lead us to see more throwing than you would typically expect. Of course, everybody knows Republic ended a 24-game losing streak against Webb City last year, but they've still got another winless streak that's intact that they're trying to break, and that is a 9-game losing streak here in Republic. They've never beaten the Cardinals here on their home field, and they would like to get over that hump tonight and move to 3-0 in the conference and 3-0 overall, and send Webb City to its second defeat of the year. But that is a tall task, obviously.
Yeah, Webb City 1-1 to start the season. Week 1, they lost to Nixa. Last week, they were able to get their first win against Carl Junction. It's not too many times where you get to see a 500 Webb City team. I know it's early in the year, and obviously Webb City's going to try to look for a little bit of revenge. You know, the big news and what people are still talking about up to this week was, as you alluded to, Republic finally getting that W against Webb City last year. It was at their place, a district game. It was Saturday afternoon because we had storms that rolled in that Friday night, and Republic came away with a 30-21 district win over Webb City, sending them to home early, one of the earliest that they've had in years going home. And it also sets up great district standings. Republic going into tonight holds that #1 spot in their district standings. And as we talked about, a little restructuring of the districts, you've got 7 teams, and because it's an odd number, instead of usually in the past where you got the top 2 teams may get to sit out that week 10, it's just that #1. So hopefully as the season goes on, Republic can hold on to that #1 seed and kind of have that home field advantage with the district games and getting in essentially a bye that week 10.
Yeah, that would be nice. Only one team in that 7-team district gets a bye, so only the top seed will get that week 10 off and get a chance to rest up. The other 6 will play against each other. As it stands now, Lebanon would play Parkview. Glendale would have Central. No, that's not right. What am I doing wrong? Lebanon and Parkview, Glendale and Central, yeah, and Branson and Willard. And speaking of Branson and Willard, I think they're going at it tonight. So that should be a good one. I think that is maybe the most intriguing COC matchup going on this week, is that Branson-Willard game. Willard gave Joplin a little trouble last week. And, of course, Branson beat Carthage. So both teams off to a pretty good start this season. And that will be one to watch. Big day of sports here on the Republic campus. And there's a softball tournament going on at the softball field. Republic has already won 2 games. I didn't hear what happened in their 3rd game. But Lily Richardson hit a grand slam in the morning contest. And then Paige Elsenrun drove in the winning runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to give the win to Republic against Marquette in the 2nd game of the day. And then they were going to play Green Valley after that. I had gone over to soccer. Soccer got its 2nd win in a row, 3-0 over Camdenton. That was a good win. Santino Stilliones had a couple of goals in that one. And Diego Zadiga had one on a penalty kick after he was fouled in the box. So a 3-0 win, and they had a win over previously undefeated Springfield Catholic yesterday. So the Soccer Tigers have turned things around after a slow start, and they are now above 500. We're just about ready to see these Tigers explode from the tunnel. Cars still making their way into the parking lot off in the distance, and people still coming up the steps on the bleachers. The student section is packed, and here come the Tigers.
Welcome your Republic Tigers! Followed by your Republic Youth football players.
And always fun to see the youth football players run out, and it's a young night at the stadium tonight because you got the youth football running out with the players as usual, but then we'll have the middle school athlete recognitions as that will be going at halftime. So all the middle school athletes are here with their parents. And the student section out in force.
Yeah, student section out there always packed. Tonight's there's usually either a theme or a color coordination, and tonight's was all about patriotic red, white, and blue. So as the camera pans throughout the game to see the student section, you will see a lot of patriotic colors throughout the game.
We'll have the coin flip here in a second, and the teams will decide who gets the ball first. The sun is going down, and it's always a little bit dicey for the first few minutes early in the fall when the sun is right on the horizon, and we're looking right into it. But soon we'll have an unobstructed view of a football field with a couple of very good teams on it. And we will be back with more on the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football Pregame Show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Recently, Cox Health Springfield Hospitals achieved magnet designation in nursing, an accomplishment that only 9% of hospitals in the nation share. This honor is huge for us and for you, because meeting 94 standards of excellence is a bar as high as it gets in nursing. Nurses who do more so you can feel better. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com. For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Republic's trusted repair shop. Now with digital inspections, understands your car's needs before they make repairs. Book an appointment at yoakumautomotive.com.
Number 6, Andrew Young. Number 25, Colton Taylor. Number 56, Sean.
Welcome back to the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football Pregame Show. Captains making their way out. Daniel Phillips, Zion Allen, Carter Nation, and Caden White are out there for the Tigers. Caden White still not in pads, but he's not wearing the brace on his knee. So slowly but surely they expect him to be able to return to the field, and he's had a rough couple of years, but nice to see him out there, and hopefully won't be long before he gets to put the pads on and be back out there on Friday night. We're all rooting for him. And instructions from the referee. And one thing we have not really discussed is the fact that there's a new coach in Webb City. And you've got Ryan McFarland in charge of things now, of course, longtime assistant, and that is not an easy situation. I was living in Jefferson City and covering the Jays up there when Pete Atkins retired, and Atkins, of course, was a legend in not just in Jefferson City, but in Missouri high school football. Ron Cole was his longtime assistant, took that job, and they won the next year. I think they won a state championship the next year, but that was not an easy situation for Ron Cole. And just, you know, he'd been there a long time, and he did a good job. But, boy, when you're replacing a legend, that's not easy to do, and that's the same situation that Ryan McFarland is in for Webb City.
Yeah, he replaces longtime coach John Roderick. I mean, they just named the Webb City Stadium after John Roderick. So, you know, they've had several, you know, very successful coaches at Webb City, long stream of them. They've had Coach Keel, then you had Coach Kurt Thompson, then John Roderick, and then now, as you had said, Ryan McFarland. But I expect, as usual, it to be a Webb City team that is going to go out there and be successful, no matter, you know, who the head coach is, and they'll do great. And we about to do a coin toss out there, so we'll see who's going to win and who's possibly going to defer to the second half.
Yeah, you talk about Ryan McFarland. I mean, he's not thinking this, but how many state championships does he have to win before they would rename the stadium for him? He's got to win 13. Like, you know, it's a tough act to follow in John Roderick. But, you know, he's been there in the system for all these years, and he's got a highly regarded team, and this is going to be a tough one for the Tigers. But how much fun is it, Rich, to have people outside of Republic and Webb City watching a Republic Webb City game?
Oh yeah, it's been mentioned quite a bit. Social media. I know KY3 and their sports, Ozone Sports, actually was talking about their, one of their 2 games was Kickapoo and Lebanon, and then tonight's game, Republic versus Webb City, mostly because you got 2 top 10 state-ranked teams going at it tonight, and it's just awesome, just the whole atmosphere. I mean, both sides of this stadium are just shoulder to shoulder. Webb City always brings a great crowd across the stage, and then of course Republic here at home is always packed, and as usual that they should have made the student section of the stadium wider, because the student section is always just packed. I mean, those kids are just crawling all over each other, which is always an awesome problem to have whenever you've got so many people showing up for games.
Well, we are just about ready to go. The Tigers will get the ball first, and I got to talking and
Webb
didn't
City,
see, but I assume
Webb City won, and they deferred.
So Republic with a chance here to get on the board first if they can take it down and punch it in. Daniel Phillips, number 1. Mason Fleetwood, number 3, are back deep. Tigers look like they might have their hands team in up front. Michael Worthy, a receiver. Cannon Ellison, a receiver, is up there.
Well, if you remember last week, Ozark started the game off with an onside kick.
And we've got a whistle. Well, that was not a very long kick, taken at the 15 by Fleetwood. But I assume that's got to be against Webb City.
Yeah, it's thrown in the area of an offsides. And yeah, the kicker's picking up his tee and already moving back. So that is how we'll start the game off, as a penalty.
Offsides on the kicking team.
Obviously, you don't want any penalties throughout a game, but it's really kind of salt in the wound there to start the game, and no time has run off the clock, and you've already got a flag thrown on you. Previous kick was short. Let's see if
number 23, Alex Dunn, is the kicker.
I try to see if he gives maybe some extra mustard, or just that's as far as he can kick.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to pooch it. And that one's over toward the sideline, taken at about the 17-yard line by Mason Fleetwood. And he is hit and dropped around the 22, a gain of 4 or 5 yards on that return by Fleetwood.
Yeah, that was, I think it was number 38, Wood, for Webb City. Just flew in there unblocked. And he just made a beeline, made a great open field tackle. Republic will huddle up and come out. They will start the evening off in a little bit of a tight formation.
Ellison is in there on the right side. Rexroth on the near side. Phillips in motion, and Phillips tapped the ball as it was being snapped, and Webb City may have it. They do have it. So Phillips went in motion. The snap hit him on the hand as he was running by, and the ball ended up on the ground, and the Cardinals jumped on it, and Webb City gets the first big break of the night, taking over on the 15-yard line. That is not a good way to start for Republic.
Obviously, no, it is not. That is every year, no matter who's going up against Webb City, the opponent of Webb City has always got to play almost a mistake-free game to get a W against this team.
So Braden McKee, the quarterback, number 8, under center from the 15. And he puts it in the belly of Brecken Gallardo, who fights his way forward for about 4 yards on first down.
Almost looked like the Webb City quarterback was trying to pull it out of Gallardo. It was kind of like they were both fighting for the ball there on that option read.
Gallardo averaging 83 yards a game and 6.2 yards a carry. Didn't quite get that on first down.
Webb City's quick up to the ball.
McKee this time hands it off, and that's going to be a touchdown to Omari Jackson. Jackson took the handoff, ran through a big hole from 11 yards out, and Omari Jackson puts Webb City on top just 46 seconds into the game.
And we knew Webb City was going to be run heavy. They literally just kind of share the wealth between both those backs, Gallardo and Jackson.
So Alex Dunn is in there to kick the extra point, and that quiets the crowd for Republic. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's 7-0 Webb City with 11:14 left in the first quarter. Let's see if Republic can recover from that start. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Destiny Church is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Sports. Join us on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. at 526 East Harrison in Republic, right behind McAllister's Deli. We also offer youth service for students 6th through 12th grades on Wednesday evenings with doors opening at 5 p.m. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or online at destinychurch.me.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
Welcome back. Another kickoff. This is deja vu. Webb City's got it teed up. We've been here about 5 minutes. Webb City's kicked it off 3 times after this play. Kicked it off once, there was a penalty, kicked it off again, and now quick score. They're doing it a 3rd time. And they're going to do it a 4th time because another flag flew in. So, delay of game. I'm hearing from the crowd in front of us, delay of game. I think I heard somebody say.
I didn't.
So they'll move it back and kick it off again.
I didn't think the play clock had reached 0.
That wasn't, that's what it is. So.
Wow.
So 2 penalties on kickoffs. And yet, Webb City leads 7-0.
All right, hopefully this time get a little bit better return than the previous one.
Alex Dunn waiting for the official to put his arms down. Now he is ready.
Not exactly sure what we're waiting for.
No, me either. Now here we go. There's the whistle. And there's no flag that I see. And Fleetwood takes it. He's across the 20, across the 30, picks his way forward, hit from behind, pushed out to the 35. And there's a good return by Mason Fleetwood.
Yeah, much better return than the previous one. Fleetwood did a good job. He was a little patient. He allowed some of his blockers to kind of create a little bit of a wall. Ran up behind his blockers and then went to his left, find a small opening. Much better field position than the previous one play that Republic ran.
So Tigers will try to do a little bit better job here from under center, and they give it to Kroll, who rolled off a tackle and fell forward for a gain of about 3 on first down. No motion back there and no risking the ball being hit by anybody on the snap. They just gave it to the fullback, and he ran forward for 3, second down and 7.
Just a straight give, and as we've said many times, even going back to last year, it seems like every time Cannon gets the ball, he is good for at least 3 to 4 yards.
Austin Key out there at center. Here's the snap. And the pitch, and it's bobbled, and it goes right into the gut of a Webb City player, and Les Phillips got it back. It went right to a Webb City player, and the Cardinals have it again. So 2 quick fumbles by Republic, and with 10:20 left in the first quarter, Webb City has the ball for a second time. And I got to think this is a little bit of nerves on the part of Republic. This is a big game that has been hyped up a lot, and you know they have seen it and have heard it. And Webb City has played in these games, even though they lost the last time these two teams met. Webb City's used to playing in these games, and Republic is not. And right now, it seems like nerves may be getting the best of them. And Jackson is hit and dropped by Kendall Curbo after a gain of 2. Curbo came up and hit him in the midsection and drove him back. And so it's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that right there is a textbook tackle. He got low, used his shoulders, didn't try to tackle the ball carrier up high, tried to do an arm tackle like that, drove, lifted him, and took him to the ground.
2nd and 8. Gabe Johnson is the quarterback, and he pitches it to Jackson. And Lester is out there chasing him and pushed him out of bounds after a gain of about 1. Nice pursuit. Oh, that was Brady Lewis, rather. 22. Lewis showing good speed and getting him pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Lewis doing a great job of not allowing the ball carrier to cross his face. You tell defenders, no matter where position, especially linemen, DN, outside linebackers, you never let the ball carrier cross your nose or cross your face, because then that means they've gotten outside of you. He did a good job of containing the ball carrier.
Marked that at the 35, so that was a gain of 3. And throw upfield is too long, and it brings up 4th down for Webb City. Intended for number 81, Jonas Speaker, the 6'2 senior tight end.
That kind of looked like Speaker slowed down on his route. And I think the Webb City QB was expecting him to be a little bit further downfield when he threw it. The Speaker just couldn't keep up with it.
So 4th down and 5. And Tigers need to be careful here. 5-yard penalty, I think, would push that ball across the 1st down marker.
Webb City's about to get a delay of game. They got 2 seconds on the play clock. Nope, they didn't get the ball off.
And a flag does fly, and that's a delay of game. So 2 delay of game penalties against Webb City already. And they've had 4 penalties so far, I think.
Yeah, 4 penalties. Part of that was it wasn't so much the players on the field. It took forever for a play to be sent in from the sideline. By the time the Webb City coach sent a player in with the play to the huddle, those guys had to break the huddle, sprint up, and they didn't have enough time.
So now it's 4th and 10, and they drop back, and they're going to punt it away. So the defense gets a stand, and that's going to bounce down, takes a Republic, a neutral bounce. It bounced sideways. Thought it bounced backward, but bounces sideways, goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line, and that's where Republic will take over now. 2 quickly stopped drives, not by the Webb City defense, but by Republic itself, and they will try to get the nerves out and get something going here. Not the way Ryan Cornelson and his coaching staff wanted to start this one.
Give credit to the Republic defense for not allowing Webb City to get the 1st down. Webb City had great field position after that turnover. Defense made Webb City punt.
Phillips goes in motion. They give it again to Kroll, and he again spins away from a man, falls forward for maybe a yard. Short gain on 1st down.
That handoff wasn't a very clean handoff. There was a little bit of bobbling there between him and Cannon. All right, this is very uncanny of the Republic offense. They just don't look like themselves out there.
Out of the shotgun now. Woods is back there with Cade White. and he's going to keep it, and he is snowed under by a host of white helmets. Brett Korth might have been the first one there, but there were a few guys in the vicinity. And it's a loss of 1, so brings up 3rd down and 9.
At 92 for Webb City, he's one of the defensive ends. Yeah. Oh man, he sticks out for great athletic reasons. They have him listed as 6'7", 255, and he looks every bit of that way up here in the press box.
Yep, on the near side of the line, you can see him lined up down there. He is a big guy, and he's a handful. You can't throw at him. He'll reach his hand up and bat the pass down. You got to at least get some air on him. Play action, and under pressure, Woods is hit as he throws. That's an incomplete pass.
Ooh, that was close to being. I thought he fumbled it there for a half second, but the referee signaled that he threw it before the ball came out.
Yeah, let's see where they put the ball. I think they called it an incomplete pass. Yeah, it wasn't a sack. He was trying to throw it, but the defensive line for Webb City is having its way with Republic so far.
Well, with the punter kicking from inside his own end zone, obviously everything's got to be smooth.
Yeah, Republic, I think, maybe got a break there, because if he was throwing that, almost could have been intentional grounding.
I don't think they restarted the play clock. The ref, White Hat, just threw a flag.
He's going to go over and talk to Ryan McFarland. I started to say he's going to go over and talk to John Roderick, but I guess old habits die hard.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Roderick was there at Webb City since 1997. Well-known and well-respected coach around Southwest Missouri.
And I think he wants an explanation of the same thing that we were talking about. Was that a pass? And if it was a pass, why wasn't it intentional grounding? So I think he's asking, based on the hand motions going on down there, I think he's asking, well, who was he throwing it to? But I think the Republic response would just be, well, let's listen in.
We've got intentional grounding on the offense.
So that is
penalties half the distance to the goal line.
Yeah, that's a change on the call, because they didn't call it until after the fact. I think that is probably the right call, but I don't really like the idea of everybody of a coach calling the official over and having the call changed. That's a little tough. So it's 4th down, and Cade White is back to punt. Snap is good. He took a long time to get rid of it. It was blocked and recovered by Webb City inside the 5-yard line. And this is a disaster of a start for Republic. The good news is it's only 7-0. It feels like it's 21.
Yeah, that you had two bad things go wrong there. Number one, Republic O-line there just didn't do a very good job of blocking, and as you had said, he took such a long time to go through the motion of kicking. So he just had a disaster there waiting to happen, and it gives Webb City, only 3.5 yards.
Braden McKee back out there at quarterback. Down low, hands it off into the end zone, goes the running back Brecken Gallardo, and a 3-yard touchdown run for Gallardo makes it 13-0 with 7:48 left to go in the first quarter. We have sat through a lot of games with Webb City that went just like this, but this one I wasn't expecting to start this way.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, the hype and the expectation going into this game. Obviously there's a lot of game left, but didn't expect it to be, kind of one-sided so early here in the middle of the first quarter.
Extra point is good, makes it 14-0 with 7:48 left to go. In the second quarter, we're going to take a break. Everybody's going to try to catch their breath, and we'll all start over again close your eyes, and we'll be back in a minute after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Get your Rocco's Pizza hot and ready for to-go orders at roccositaliankitchen.net or pick up a slice at the game because Rocco's is a proud supporter of Republic Athletics and the Booster Club's concession stands. Rocco's, pizza, pasta, perfection, and Tiger spirit.
For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Welcome back. The student section down there trying to hype up the team as it takes the field again. Trying to get things turned around. And we'll have the 5th kickoff of the night for Webb City. That one again to the same side, but this time Phillips is over there, and he zigzags between some guys, and he's out past the 40, near midfield. A great return by Daniel Phillips out to the 48-yard line, and let's see if that lights a fire under the Tigers.
Yeah, it's plays like that that can kind of shift the momentum in a football game and energize the crowd and the players on the sideline. So hopefully that burst of energy by Phillips there, he did a great job of reading his blockers. And he saw a hole there kind of up the left hash mark there and was able to take advantage of it. There were several Webb City guys that went from looking like they were going to tackle him to trailing. If it wasn't for maybe one last Webb City guy, he may have taken it to the house.
Maybe the third time's the charm for the Tigers. That was almost bobbled again on the exchange, and Woods took it back. And he takes it into Webb City territory for the first time, near the 48-yard line, a gain of about 4 on first down for the Tigers.
Now, so far, there's only been really one play for Republic where it looked like the handoff has been a clean handoff. All the rest have been either fumbles or kind of bobbled by the ball carrier.
Up the middle, they give it to Cannon Kroll. He picks up good yardage. And it brings up third down and about 2. Tigers looking for their first down of the game. Only 6:50 left in the first quarter, so it's been a slow start for the offense.
And Kroll earns every single yard he gets. Oh my gosh, most of his plays are handoffs between the tackles. And it's just a bunch of defenders week in and week out that he's just having to push his way through to gain 3 to 4 yards every time.
Corey Craigmile checks in, along with Daniel Phillips. And they give it to Kroll, lowers the helmet, dives forward near the 40-yard line. That's the first down for Republic. And it'll move the chains for the first time in the right direction tonight.
So far on this drive here, offensive line is getting a really good push. Ball carrier just running between the tackles, able to get 3 to 4 yards every time.
In motion, White, and Woods is going to drop back. He's under pressure, and he's hit and dropped. And right through the line came the linebackers and the defensive line for Webb City. And it was Tucker Libertor who made the stop.
Yeah, Libertor number 76. I don't know if he was on a blitz or just happened to be the right place at the right time, but he came almost unblocked for the sack.
Brings up second down and 16. Tigers tried to catch him off guard with a throw, and it didn't work. And there comes Webb City. So Republic will get the 5 yards back, and it'll only be second and 11. A break for the Tigers. Webb City hasn't exactly played a clean game. This looks like 2 0-2 teams instead of 2 state-ranked teams so far. The team that has made the worst mistakes, and right now that's Republic, is the team that is trailing 14-0.
Yeah, because this is, I think, the 5th or 6th penalty on Webb City just in this first quarter.
And handoff to Phillips is dropped again, and it is covered by Webb City. And that one, it's almost like they're not fitting. Phillips is crossing too far in front of Woods on that one. And if we watch it again, I think we'll be able to see that if we got it. But it just looked like Woods had to reach too far forward to get the ball to Phillips, and the ball came free, so another turnover by Republic. And this is, the thing is, these are plays that are the strength of the Tigers, and they have just not been able to run them tonight. Gang tackle of Brecken Gallardo as he leans forward for a gain of 3 on first down. At least it happened in terms of Republic, at least for them. The defense has a little bit of breathing room here instead of having its back against the end zone when the drive starts.
3 turnovers and a blocked punt. I think that we'd be kind of lucky to say that we're just down by 14-0 at this point.
If they could get a stop here, you got to definitely feel fortunate. If Webb City goes down and scores here, that gets real difficult. Gallardo, big hole, and behind a big pile of blockers, fights his way near the 45-yard line, and he is right close to the first down, but I think where the official's standing, he's going to be a little bit short. And about a half yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Offensively, Webb City really isn't that much different on the formation and plays that they've done this first quarter with the new head coach.
Number 46 is 3rd down and 1.
And a fumble. And it's on the ground and still on the ground. And now a scoop. And going the other way, Zion Allen inside the 10. Cuts inside and takes it to the end zone. And the Tigers get the break they needed. Zion Allen comes from nowhere and runs it all the way to pay dirt. And it's 14-6. The Tigers catch a break.
What an outstanding play. Defense comes up big, and it's amazing the fact that we've had, 4 turnovers, both teams combined here in the first quarter. This is so unlike both Republic and Webb City.
Wow, all of a sudden it's a ball game. Zion Allen, you watch the cut as we watched him run. It was at about the 5. It looked like he was forced out of bounds. He just kind of stopped and let his man run by him, and he was able to squeeze back to the inside and take it into the end zone. And now an extra point attempt by Mason Cole. Ryder Davis gets it down. The kick is good, and it's 14-7. The Tigers are back in it. We'll take a break and see if we can get the momentum with the defense to continue after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Welcome back, and we're going to take a look at that play again and see exactly how long that return was by Zion Allen. The ball comes loose back there at the 50. And then Allen picked it up about the 36-yard line. So it's a 36-yard touchdown return for Zion Allen. And then that little nifty move at the end gets him into the end zone.
So far, the bright spot for Republic has been the defense. The defense has made Webb City punt. They've not been placed in the best positions on those 2 touchdowns. You know, Webb City's had a short field on both those touchdown drives. And that was huge. Obviously, you got a fumble, and they didn't quit. They didn't just allow the Webb City QB to jump on the ball. They were doing everything they could, fighting for that, and it resulted in 6 points.
Yeah, somebody made a hit as they went to pick it up, and there's an onside kick attempt. It's on the ground, and I think Webb City jumped back on it.
Yeah, number 76 came up with it.
Tucker Liberator grabbed it, and Webb City should be ready for those. It was 2 consecutive onside kicks by Republic last year in that district semifinal that helped the Tigers come back. And this field position is not something necessarily to worry about. It's good field position for a start, but the defense has played well. And Ryan Cornelson continues to bolster his reputation as a gambler. The onside kicks, the 4th down attempts against Nixa last year in that big game. Went for it like 7 times. I think they were 7 for 7 on 4th down against Nixa. So he will take some chances, and there's a quick pass out in the flat. It is complete to Gabe Johnson. And Gabe Johnson has played quarterback part of this game, but he was out wide and took that reception. So he heads back over to the sideline, and checking in is Andrew Young, the wide receiver for Webb City. That's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd down and 5 with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. Man split out wide to each side, and the keeper by the quarterback, and the defense is there, and that is Kendall Curbo, who got in and made the hit.
That's 2 hard-hitting tackles by Curbo so far in this first quarter. He had a great one earlier where he literally lifted the guy up off the ground and took him straight down, textbook tackle. It's great to have him back tonight.
Almost did it again there. That was a big hit. 3rd and 5, out of the shotgun now. And they give it to Gallardo. He's got a hole, and he's got a 1st down. Inside the 45, down to the 43, and Gallardo gained 6 yards on that one. He hit the hole fast and hard that time and just drove through it. And by the time the defense closed on him, he was pretty much at the 1st down marker.
Yeah, he's definitely a running back that you can't try to tackle up high by the shoulders. This is something that you're going to have to get around the waist to be able to successfully take him down.
Braden McKee, a 6'3 senior, 200 pounds at quarterback.
There's stoppage of play.
And the official comes in, and too much knee showing over there on one of the receivers for Webb City. And a keeper by McKee. He dives ahead for a gain of 3, maybe 3.5 yards on 1st down with 2:09 left in the first quarter.
That time, the D-line did a great job of holding their ground, not allowing McKee to have anywhere to go on that option play.
14-7 feels pretty good from where it was or where it could have been, but remember, what Republic got the ball first in this half, so being down a touchdown is not great position. They need another defensive stop to get back on serve, if you will. McKee hands it off and back this way, and that may be a touchdown. Brecken Gallardo broke free as they ran a little
there's a
counter back this way, and just not much there to stop him.
Yeah, the counter play, you fake one way, and then the back comes the other way, and usually a lot of offensive coordinators will sometimes have a pulling lineman too, so you try to get your linebackers to see your backs going one way and take a false step before you realize the tailback's coming back the opposite way.
That's the first really solid drive by Webb City, even though they're up now after the extra point 21-0, or 21-7 rather, with 1:28 left to go in the first quarter. A lot of scoring and a lot of game left to go. 21-7 Webb City. Back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up before school or unwind on a weekend. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation, only at PKD Cafe.
Welcome back. We've got a water break. So Tigers looked better offensively on their last drive than they had earlier, and hopefully that momentum can carry over. Mentioned earlier that the varsity soccer team won 3-0 against Camdenton. The JV team got a win tonight as well. 3-2 was the score on that. So congratulations to the JV soccer Tigers. And that soccer team has had a nice week. They beat Springfield Catholic last night and beat, or was that 2 nights ago? Rich, it all runs together. I can't keep track.
That was a couple nights ago, and correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that Republic's first soccer win versus Springfield Catholic?
Yes, I think that's right. So all kinds of program firsts by Republic Sports this fall. First win over Carthage, and Republic looking for its first home win ever against Webb City, but they got a hill to climb here to make that happen. With 1:28 left in the first, they trail 21-7, and the ball is in the air, and it is going to be received by Mason Fleetwood at the 6. Out to the 20, and he is hit and dropped at the 21. So a return of about 15 yards for Mason. Mason was over watching softball earlier.
Yeah, in that softball game, I was going by it earlier. They had quite a few students that had gone out there. I know there were some soccer players that tried to go out there before their game, and there was a few football players also out there to cheer on. So it's always great to see different sports athletes cheering on other athletes. Hopefully Republic's offense can get some of those drops out of their system and have a clean rest of the game.
Phillips takes the handoff. That time it's clean, and he gets to the outside, spins off a man, and takes it past the 25 to about the 26. So if they could just have a clean exchange.
That time I could tell Phillips had both hands on the ball. He was going to make sure that there was no way he was going to fumble that. You could barely see it, how close he had that to his body.
I want to say hi to Zach White, our former crew member, who is watching. Always nice to hear from him.
What's great is he's watching from the state of Montana.
And Wyatt Woods takes it into the air and is hit and dropped at about the 29. Is he in Montana or is he in one of the Dakotas? I've lost track of where he was.
I think he travels all over. He does things for the Air Force.
Well, he'll probably text us now.
Probably, or the government might. Some of the things that he gets to do for his job with the Air Force.
Yeah, so it should be, well, good to hear that he's watching and is he's always one of the first guys to chime in after a big game. I think I had a text from him after the Webb City win, and then a text from him after the Carthage win. So always keeping up with the Tigers from far away. So hello to Zach, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. It's a big one for Webb City, but the Tigers trying to climb back into it. They trail 21-7. We'll take a break and be back with the start of the second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Welcome back. Ready to start the second quarter. Destiny Church is our scoreboard sponsor all year long, and they also are donating $20 for every touchdown scored by the Tigers this season. And so that first touchdown by the Tigers means a $20 donation to the Price Tag and Locker 518. Those are clothing stores that offer free clothing to students in Republic who need it. It's a great cause. We appreciate Destiny Church's support of that cause and their support of Republic Tiger Sports. White goes in motion. Woods keeps it, falls forward, and he's got the first down out near the 40, stopped at the 39-yard line. And for those of you who are wondering, Zach has confirmed that he is in Montana. And as usual, Rich is right and I am wrong.
I listen to details. I know geography.
There you go. Now up to the line with a first down. Republic needs one of its sustained drives. Rexroad is down wide, but they give it to Cade White, I think, or is that 8 or 9? That's 8. Cannon Kroll up off the bottom of the pile. And that's a good gain of about 3.5.
Yeah, he's always good for 3 to 4 yards. He does such a great job of just keep driving his feet. And sometimes I think he may be pushing some of the O-linemen, some of his own O-linemen out of his way.
Phillips and White in the slot, and Kroll behind Woods. And a fake pitch. Well, no, it's not a fake pitch. There's nobody there. Woods went to pitch it. I had the binoculars on him, and I thought he just decided to keep it, but there was nobody out there to pitch it to. So Tigers continue to be very out of sync, very uncharacteristic of Republic over the past couple of years.
Very, very much so. You had a back that went to the right and a quarterback that went to his left, both expecting the other one to be there, and White just about pitched it to nobody.
David Hayes, 19, checks in along with Rexroad, number 6. And Hayes is in there at a fullback position in kind of an I formation. And a whistle and a timeout called by Ryan Cornelson. 10-12 left to go in the second quarter. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family-style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Third down and 8 coming up for Republic. And this time, after the timeout, Woods is in the shotgun. Michael Worthy, number 7, is split out wide over there to the right side. Phillips in motion. And he takes the handoff. He's got a hole, and he zips to the outside, around the corner, and forced out of bounds in Webb City territory down at the 42-yard line.
Man, he is so quick. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, he was just sprinting by Webb City defenders. There were some guys that were trying to reach out to grab him, and he was just too quick for them. Right side of the O-line did a great job of blocking. There was a very large running lane for Phillips there, and he took full advantage of it.
First and 10 from the 42 now for Republic. That was a big conversion to keep the drive going. And a keeper for Woods, and he pushes his way ahead inside the 35-yard line, almost to the 34. Big pickup on first down for Woods.
And Wyatt's
big pickup on first down for Woods.
And Wyatt's such a great dual threat quarterback. I mean, when he's called upon to throw the ball, it's almost always straight on target. And then you see runs like that where he just tucks his head and shoulder down, and he's trying to fight for every yardage he can and picks up about 8 yards.
David Hayes back out there at fullback. They've got Kroll over here on the left end, and Rexroad on the right, and White takes the handoff. And second effort takes him down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Another first down for Republic. Can I tell you what a relief it is, as someone who does play-by-play, to be playing a team that's not the Tigers? I can say the Tigers, and every time I say the Tigers, I don't have to think, I shouldn't have said that. After starting the season against Carthage and Ozark.
So we have Phillips and Rexroad both coming in.
Austin Key back up at center. Phillips in motion. They give it to him again on the sweep. Oh, great cut by Phillips. Spins away down to the 20. He's near the first down marker. That was a great run by Daniel Phillips. He stopped on a dime as the defender converged on him and shut off the edge, and he just cut it back in and took it upfield. That is a great run.
It's great vision by him. He's got the ball and he's trying to find where an opening happens. In the last second, an opening happened right there behind his right tackle. And like you said, he planted. Instead of going, further out to his right, he cut it up the field.
In motion again. This time they give it to Kroll, and he's got a big hole. Our line is working well on this drive, and he pounds his way down inside the 15. Tigers back in the red zone. Technically, this is their first time in the red zone from scrimmage. Their other score was that fumble recovery and run back by Zion Allen. And so the Tigers looking for their first score from the red zone. They've been pretty good in the red zone so far this season. Red Zone Report, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Thanks to her for her support of Republic Tiger Sports. Cannon Ellison is wide down here to the near side of the field. And a keeper for Woods, and he lowers the shoulder and ran right into number 33. That is Connor Gaiman. And Gaiman, I don't know who got hit harder, Gaiman or Woods. They collided pretty hard. It was a gain of 2.
This drive right here is the drive that we are used to seeing the Republic offense. Yeah. This is more like the Republic Tigers. Whatever happened previous, we'll close the door on that. That was not the Republic Tigers that we were so used to seeing. This is the offense that we love to see and come to expect.
Woods is going to throw, and he launches it up top to Rexroad, who kind of spun around the wrong way and got turned around. That was a good throw, but Rexroad just couldn't get turned in time. Got a hand on it, and I've seen him make a one-hand grab before, but that time he couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he turned to his inside expecting the ball, I think, to be on his right shoulder, and then once he turned back and looked, he realized, okay, it's going to be over my left shoulder. Got a hand on it, but what is great is his batted ball went out of bounds, wasn't batted straight up in the air to a defender.
So 3rd and 7 now. In motion, Phillips. They fake it to him. Again over the middle. That time Rexroad catches it on a zip line from Wyatt Woods. Touchdown Republic, and it's 21-13. That was a pretty play, a pretty throw, a pretty catch. And the Tigers back within a score and trying to add the extra point now.
That pass was a laser. Rexroad, I don't know if he was on a slant or a skinny post, but he had a small window. Wyatt had to throw it, kind of just threw it between a couple of white jerseys and hit Rexroad there in the back of the end zone.
Davis kind of bobbled the snap, but Cole still got it up and through. So the snap was not handled cleanly, but he got it down anyway, and that was key because Cole came up and knocked it through. And with 6:49 left to go in the second quarter, it's back to a one-touchdown game, 21-14 Webb City. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state.
Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference.
Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com.
Welcome back. Let's see what the Republic defense can do here.
Mason Gold kickoff for Republic.
They need a stop.
Yeah, I know we're still in the first half here, but this is getting to the point where the defense is going to have to get a good stop here. You think Coach goes back-to-back onside kick?
I don't think so. I think they'll kick it deep here. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, but I think they'll kick it deep. And they do. Taken by Joseph DeGraffenried, and there he goes. Only one man can stop him, and that's Mason Cole, and he may catch him. Cole, the kicker, catches him from behind. Well, he's a soccer player, and he's got good speed. But DeGraffenried with a big return and takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line of Republic.
Yeah, on defense, you always talk about your angle or your pursuit, and a lot of defensive coaches do pursuit drills, the angle you take to try to catch a guy in the open field, and he did a great job of showing his speed, as you had said there, and stopping a touchdown.
I will say Joseph DeGraffenried is going to have a hard time living down the fact that he was run down from behind by a kicker. They don't, in Webb City, they don't know he's a soccer player and is a fast kid. So may get a little ribbing over that one. Defense needs a stop, and they need it sooner rather than later now. Direct snap, cut inside down to the 5-yard line. Gabe Johnson.
And there was some confusion on the Republic defense there. You had guys, I think, lined up properly and guys shifting to get lined up properly as Webb City was snapping the ball.
Braden Casey made the tackle, number 20. So it's 2nd and 1 from the 4-yard line.
Webb City's got the opportunity here that if they don't get the touchdown, they can possibly make it 1st and goal.
Gabe Johnson, a sophomore at quarterback, and a handoff goes to Omari Jackson, or Brecken Gallardo rather, and Gallardo takes it in, and that was fast. Webb City, 27 points now with 5:46 left to go in the second quarter, and just like that, the bubble is burst for Republic.
Yeah, you definitely felt an energy shift just that quickly. Republic scores on a great pass to Rex Rope from Wyatt, and you heard the crowd going nuts and the student crowd going, and you had the energy kind of shifting back this way, and just like that, back to the Webb City side.
Kick is good by Dunn, and that makes it 28-14. 28 points in the first half. Sounds like the defense has not played very well, but that's not the case. They've been fine. The offense has just made too many mistakes. That time it was a special teams mistake that allowed Webb City to get it all the way down into the red zone at the start of the drive. And so it's just been a tough all-around first half. Tigers, if there's a bright spot, halftime, because that happened so fast, halftime to get it down, score a touchdown, and be down by only a score at halftime. But we'll see if they can do it. I gotta think it's been nerves, at least early in the game, that caused. It could. The only other thing I can think of is you're trying to rush things because you know how good Webb City is, and in that rushing, you're making mistakes that you normally don't make.
Be great here to have Phillips or Fleetwood have a great return.
Ryder Davis, number 2, takes that one at the 15, 20, and he is dropped at the 22-yard line. So Davis
Ryder Davis on the return for Republic.
took it out past the 20, but stopped pretty quickly. Good coverage by Webb City, and Republic back on the field with 5:42 left as they try to answer that quick touchdown by Webb City.
That previous drive by the Republic offense is how we normally see Republic work, a long sustained drive, and without, very much hiccups there, getting 3 to 4 yards every single running play. So this would be an opportunity here to have some back-to-back offensive drive here that results in 6 points.
Webb City defense has got to be exhausted. They've been out there almost the whole game. Republic gets it and marches it down the field, and then Webb City, they cause a turnover. Offense gets it in good position, scores quickly, and then the defense has to go back out. First down gain of 2 yards brings up second down and 8 for Republic.
Crazy is the Webb City plays just 3 defensive linemen, and they're still having success stopping the ball.
Phillips again, and again he's got running room and zipped through a hole and picked up another first down. Boy, Daniel Phillips having a great game tonight. He's having a great season.
Yeah, you take away his fumbles there in the first quarter. He has found some success there on that right side of the field there.
Yeah, I don't know if those are his fumbles or Woods' fumbles or team fumbles.
At least one of them was his.
Okay. Well, I didn't watch the replay closely.
I think
timeout called,
yeah.
I think, by Republic.
Yep.
So with 4:39 left in the first half, Ryan Cornelson calls his team's second timeout, and we will take a break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Welcome back at it for Republic. First and 10 with 4:39 left in the half, trailing 28-14. It has been a mistake-filled first half, really for both teams, but the Tigers' mistakes have been worse thus far. Woods is going to run behind White, comes to this side, cuts back in, takes it out past the 35, is dropped around the 37, maybe the 38. I'm not going to mark it at the 37. So a gain of only 2. Looked like he ran a lot further than he did. It wasn't upfield, it was more sideways.
Yeah, that time the Webb City defense closed in on Wyatt very quickly.
Rexroth checks out. Michael Worthy is in. Wide on the near side, near the sideline over here.
Webb City's going back to a 4-man D line.
Kroll up the middle, takes it out to the 40, a gain of about 3. It'll bring up third down and 5.
Third down and 5 coming up for Republic.
We still have just over 3.5 minutes left here. Republic has 1 timeout left. Webb City has all of theirs.
The thing is, Republic, 5 minutes normally is plenty of time, but when Republic is having success, a lot of times they need more than 5 minutes to take. They can't speed it up if they want, but they are a methodical offense when they're running on all cylinders. And a bad snap, and everybody's mixed up. He pitches it to Daniel Phillips, and that was a busted play that they actually made something out of. Almost picked up a first down.
Yeah, that's amazing that didn't end in disaster. The snap was bobbled. I think Wyatt even had a Webb City defender hanging on him.
Well, I think he ran in
pitched it.
and he ran into I think it was Cade White that he ran into. So yeah.
They did a great job there making a positive what would normally be a disaster.
Well, 4th and 2, this is big. They're going to do the quarterback sneak, and he's across the line. That was a big conversion. That might have, if it had gone badly, might have put the game out of reach already.
That great push by the offensive line. White did a great job of just kind of getting the snap and driving his feet and lowering his shoulder and just knowing that his O-line is going to do the best they can, and they did a great job there.
And they were pretty quick up to the line. They didn't give Webb City a chance to get set really well, and that was probably part of the strategy there, the tactic. Rexroad is wide to the right side. Cannon Ellison is down here on the left, and a little play action. Under pressure, Woods gets away. He's across the line. A flag comes in, and this one's probably going to come back. Hit and stopped by Aaron Bell, the linebacker. And Woods took that punishment probably for nothing because I think it's going to go back because of holding. Yep, holding against Republic.
White did a good job of doing a pump fake there. Made a Webb City D lineman jump up in the air. Looked a little silly there, and Wyatt then pulled the ball down and got the best he could, but it was for naught.
So it remains first down, but the ball is marched all the way back to the 36.
Cannon Ellison has checked in the huddle.
It'll be first down and 20 now for Republic with 2:12 left.
First down and 20 for your Tigers.
Rexroad is to the right. 2 wide receivers over here to the left. Phillips goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him. They throw it over the middle, and it is too high. Intended for Cannon Ellison. And it brings up second down and 20.
Wyatt had a great pocket there to throw the ball. O-line, week 1 and week 2, and right there, perfect example of the O-line doing a great job of whenever Wyatt needs to drop back to pass the ball, he's not pressured very much, and he did a great job there or the whole O-line did a great job there of allowing Wyatt to scan the field and just overthrew him just a little bit. The ball was just a little high for Cannon.
Phillips in motion. They give it to him, and he is unable to find a hole that time. They were ready for him, and he stopped right around the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of 1. Well, he got back to the line. Third down and 20 with 1:55 left.
I think Coach is going to use his, no, that's Webb City called the timeout.
Yeah, Webb City calls timeout with 1:53 left, and that indicates that they think they can get the ball back and score. They stop the clock here. They've still got 2 timeouts left if they can get the stop on 3rd and 20. And that brings up an interesting kind of thought experiment. If you get half of it back here, get it out to midfield, do you then go for it, or near midfield, go for it at that point like they did before, or punt it away?
Well, as we've talked about, the 28 points really isn't a reflection of the defense. Defense has done pretty well out there. It's just been some, they've been put in short field position, and whether it's fumble or a kickoff return that got all the way down to the 10. So I don't know. I'm going to say you go for it. If, as you said, if you get the ball way out there, closer to the 50.
Yeah. Worthy is wide to the right. Rexroad is down here on the near side of the field along with Daniel Phillips. So they've got 3 wide receivers. Woods is going to roll to his left, and he's being chased. He's hit, and he gets away from 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys out to the 40. And that ran some time off the clock, but only a gain of 5. That was a miracle that he was able to gain 5, and Webb City calls another timeout with 1:36 remaining. And so we will take another timeout as well.
1:36 left to go in the half. Webb City on top 28-14. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200. Have a beautiful day.
Welcome back. Cade White back to punt it away here. Tigers need better protection from him, and he's got to get rid of it faster, and he did. He grabbed it and kicked it, and it's a high arching kick, wobbly, and it bounces down to the 25-yard line. That's a good punt by Cade White. And with 1:27 left, Webb City will take over here. Remember, Webb City gets the ball first in the second half. So a touchdown here by the Cardinals would make things really, really tough for the Tigers in the second half. A stop here basically is just gives you life going into the second half.
Yeah, Webb City, well, both teams still have one remaining timeout.
Quarterback for this drive is Braden McKee. He's going to throw it long, and he's got a man open, but he overthrew him by about 5 yards. Gabe Johnson, the other quarterback, went deep, and he split the defenders, Brady Lewis and that was Caleb Norman back there, the linebacker on coverage, and he had a step, but was overthrown.
It kind of looked like Johnson for Webb City stopped on his route. I think the Webb City QB was expecting him to be a little bit farther downfield.
Handoff up the middle, and it's a gain of about 7 by Gallardo before he's hit by a couple of linebackers. Kerbo was there, and I think Gimlin.
Well, this is a big third down here with 1 minute left.
Rolling to his left, throwing on the run. It is incomplete. Good coverage over there by Gavin Lawhon, the sophomore defensive back.
McKee for Webb City, he rolled out to his left, and he had a lot of open field there. I thought he was just going to tuck it and run, because if he would have done that, he would have picked up at least 10, maybe 15 yards. There wasn't anybody near him. So it looks like Webb is going to run out there. Punt team, a little bit of confusion.
Well, number 32. Brock Renfro fell down, and
12 men on the field.
Who had 12 men on the field?
I think it was Republic.
Oh, boy.
Republic was trying to switch guys out from defense to punt return and didn't get everybody off in time.
So that is going to be enough for a first down.
In the NFL,
they wave it off.
Waving it off.
Maybe they thought he
Well,
he was off.
I think maybe they is because they didn't give them Republic the opportunity to make their guys their exchange on the field.
Got it.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a rule in high school or not.
So 38 seconds left in the half, and Republic has the ball.
There is multiple flags that were thrown, and the far referee by Webb City hasn't picked up his yet. So I don't know if there's a separate foul.
If he's like me, he just dropped it and forgot he left it there.
This will be interesting if there is a second.
These conferences usually never go well.
That's true.
Get on the sideline.
official telling Ryan McFarland that they're done with their conversation. Now the referee calls over one of the other officials to have a little conversation with him. Now here comes number 4. And they've got enough for a game of foursquare in there now.
This is kind of like the movie Bull Durham, where they all have a good conversation at the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, somebody's anniversary is coming up. 38 seconds left. Republic is, their offense is out there, but the Webb City defense is still holding out hope. They're still over on the sideline, hoping they will not have to come back out again.
I mean, Republic had 2 guys running off. One got off the field, one did not.
Well, he's getting ready to turn on it. He turned on his mic, so this could be bad. Yep. So they do call 12 men on the field, and that's the second time after being called over to the sideline that the call has been made tonight. So that has earned a little ire from the Republic cheering section. And Webb City's offense gets to go back out there, and the defense gets to keep resting. 38 seconds left, and Webb City has the ball all the way out. That's a big penalty.
15 yards.
That's not that long of a penalty, is it?
It should be 5 yards.
That's what I thought. They were all the way back on the 33.
They were on the 37.
And now Ryan Cornelson gets the flag for being too far out. He is as far out as Ryan McFarland was on the other side, but he got flagged and waved back. So this is not going well. And now he's trying to have a conversation here. Now some of the assistants are coming in, having a conversation with the second official, trying to get an explanation.
If this takes any longer, there might be some fans that go down and want to be part of this conversation.
And I don't think that the referee is enjoying himself. He knows. I think that from the look through my binoculars, from the look on the referee's face, he knows that this is just a bad situation all around. Well, while they hash it out, you know what? Let's just take a break, and we will be back. After at least 30 seconds, or at least 15 seconds, we'll take a quick break and be back with more after this.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com. For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Republic's trusted repair shop. Now with digital inspections, understands your car's needs before they make repairs. Book an appointment at yoakumautomotive.com.
All right, so they didn't move the ball. That means it must have been a sideline warning.
The second flag was, yes.
So I thought he'd thrown a flag, but he never gave a sideline warning to the other side that I saw. And now Webb City has it 1st and 10. And thought about throwing it, and now taken out over on the far side is Gabe Johnson. Tackle made by Cameron Allen, the junior defensive back.
I'm still unsure about how the ball was moved that far.
No, yeah.
I didn't think illegal participation was a double-digit penalty.
No.
Maybe it's from the spot that the guy was when he was on the field illegally. It's a spot foul. So if you're, it's especially bad if a defensive back is late getting off. So timeout. 29 seconds left, called by Webb City, and we're going to take another one. And Richard Miles, you are in trouble for saying this game was going to get over early. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnager Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com.
Destiny Church is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Sports. Join us on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. at 526 East Harrison in Republic, right behind McAllister's Deli. We also offer youth service for students 6th through 12th grades on Wednesday evenings with doors opening at 5 p.m. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or online at destinychurch.me.
All right, 2nd down and 7, and we stand corrected. It is a 15-yard penalty. And a big hole, and a tackle made by Cole Gimlin. Gimlin was down there out of sight, and the running back just went head over heels. Gabe Johnson quickly back to the line, 15 seconds left. And they spike it to stop the clock with 9 seconds left. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, Webb City has no timeout, so obviously that limits them being able to stop the clock. Got to make sure that if you're the corners and free safety, you keep everybody in front of you.
They're going to run it, and out of bounds with 4 seconds left. That's a smart play.
Yeah.
That is a smart play. I wasn't thinking along those lines, but sprint it to the sideline, get out of bounds, get yourself a little closer, and now maybe you can launch it up.
Yeah, the nose of the ball is about the 30-yard line.
First and 10 from the 30.
Wide to the near side is Joseph DeGraffenried, who had the big kickoff return that set up a Webb City touchdown earlier. And they are going to throw it to DeGraffenried. It is incomplete, and a flag is thrown. So they call pass interference, and that'll give another play for Webb City.
Yeah, and that will bring the ball. That will bring the ball inside the 10-yard line.
And it could have gone either way on the call.
Should be a 15-yard penalty, right?
Yeah, it's not a
spot foul.
No, it's not a spot foul. Unless they've changed that since last year. Ball was on the 30, so another first down for Webb City, and now the ball on the 15. Final play of the half coming up, and Republic calls a timeout. So Tigers will talk things over. This is a big play in terms of keeping the game kind of within striking distance going into halftime. Looked like good coverage, and Tigers thought they had gotten out of the half, but officials said that defender got there a little early, and that is the way it goes sometimes. And Republic just flat out hasn't played very well in the first half. I mean, they got nobody to blame for the 28-14 deficit but themselves at this point, and they can step up here and keep it at 28-14.
Try for a field goal.
So that penalty makes a difference there. As Alex Dunn will try to make it 31-14. Kick is up, and it is wide to the left, and Republic gets a break there. So time expires finally, and Webb City and Republic go to the locker room with the Cardinals on top, 28-14. We will take a break and be back with the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout. You're watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Get your Rocco's Pizza hot and ready for to-go orders at roccositaliankitchen.net or pick up a slice at the game because Rocco's is a proud supporter of Republic Athletics and the Booster Club's concession stands. Rocco's, pizza, pasta, perfection, and Tiger Spirit.
For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show. And it's time for middle school recognitions as all the middle school athletes are out here. And we're going to let you watch this for a while and enjoy the Tigers in Training festivities for a moment.
We have added a 6th grade roster to our program this year. They've been working hard to keep up with the 7th and 8th graders. As the season continues, we are looking forward to seeing continuous improvement from our runners and bringing medals home. Nice round of applause tonight for your middle school cross-country team. Next, we have our middle school volleyball team led by 7th grade coaches Haley Strobel and Riley Wallace, and 8th grade coaches Carrie Jones and Rebecca Shook. The Republic Middle School volleyball team has been working hard the last month gearing up for their games. They will kick off their season at Ozark next Tuesday, September 12th, and their home opener will be next Thursday, September 14th against Neosho. They're looking forward to another great season of Republic Middle School volleyball, and we're excited for what's to come. Nice round of applause for our middle school volleyball teams tonight. Next, we have our 7th and 8th grade Republic Middle School football Tigers. They are led by 7th grade coaches Bo Davis, Josh Reed, and Jason Phelps, and 8th grade coaches Phil Klaproth, Levon Allman, and Blaine Cullen. Both grade levels kicked off the season this week against Willard with positive results, and we'll have games the next 5 weeks. We look forward to watching these teams grow throughout the season as they take on Central Ozark Conference foes. Nice round of applause tonight for your 7th and 8th grade football Tigers. And last, we have a Republic Youth Football Program. Republic Youth Football Program is a USA Football Heads-Up Certified Youth Tackle Football Program for Republic students in grades 3 through 6. The program is going on its 25th year of existence since being started in the fall of 1998. The program competes in the Show Me South Youth Football League, in which the Republic Youth Football Program is a founding member. In just 6 short years, this league now has 17 schools from the surrounding area participating in it. The Republic Youth Football Program is driven to teach safe fundamentals of football, while at the same time teaching about what it means to be a Republic Tiger. Board members consist of Tyler Overstreet, Jason Phelps, Bo Davis, Jason Lozano, Jason Beatty, and Republic Youth Football Director Joe Whitworth. Another nice round of applause for your Republic Youth Football League and the board members and coaches. Please recognize all of our middle school students, coaches, and teams and the Republic Youth Football League one more time for their hard work, and we look forward to seeing you here at the high school in the near future.
Well, this is always a fun part of the football season when you get all the middle school kids out here in the youth football and recognize them, and they get to be on the field, get a little recognition. They do it in the winter as well with the basketball and wrestling. And so nice to see those kids out. And as Ken Knierim just said over the PA, it won't be long. We will be seeing those kids over here, and it'll be fun to cover them when they are on the big field here in a couple of years. Right now, Tigers need to turn things around. They trailed 28-14 against Webb City. And we will take another break and be back with more on the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up before school or unwind on a weekend. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation, only at PKD Cafe. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family-style service, serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Introduce your young child to Sweet Peas at Gold Medal Gyms. It's ideal for kids aged 12 months to 5 years, promoting physical, social, and cognitive growth. Learn more at goldmedalgyms.com. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com.
Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show. Tigers trailing Webb City 28-14. The Tigerettes with a nice performance there at halftime. As always, we would love to let you listen to the music as they're dancing, but YouTube doesn't like that. So don't do it, otherwise they shut us down and causes problems. Band getting ready to perform while they get set up. Tim Barnes has some stats from the first half. I'm going to take off my headset and not listen. I don't know if I want to hear it, but give it to us anyway.
Okay, Wyatt Woods was 1 out of 4 passing for 11 yards and 1 touchdown. He also had 26 yards on the ground. Daniel Phillips had 8 carries for 46 yards. Republic had 103 yards rushing. Rexroad had the TD reception for 11 yards. Total of 5 passing yards. So total yards, 108 for Republic. They did have, Zion Allen had the 36-yard scoop and score on defense. Republic had 3 fumbles lost, blocked punt, and then they also had 12 men on the field that converted a 4th down for Webb City. Webb City had 4 drives start in Republic territory. 3 of those drives started in the red zone. For Webb City, passing, their 2 quarterbacks combined for 1 out of 6 passing for 5 yards. Brecken Gallardo had 8 carries, 70 yards, 3 touchdowns. Webb City only had 107 yards rushing, so a total of 112. So
no, the yardage is not that bad.
Yeah, it's 4 yards more for Webb City total yards, but 28-14 is the score.
Yeah, well, Webb City was playing on a field that was 30 yards long, and Republic was playing on a field that was 100 yards long, basically. So
exactly.
That's how that ended up so even. Webb City pretty much dominated, but not to take away anything from them, but that was mostly self-inflicted by Republic. Republic can play with Webb City if they don't make the mistakes. Now, can they turn it around? What, as a former coach, Rich Miles, a former player, is this a time for a boisterous locker room speech or a measured locker room speech, in your opinion?
Well, what it's the time for and what happens sometimes are two different things. I think more just the fact that Republic had so many mistakes, and that is unlike them. This is a team that, the past couple of years has been so, fine-tuned, not a lot of sloppy, mental errors, and that, especially the first quarter, things cleaned up, obviously, in the second quarter. But, yeah, I think there's going to be some boisterous speaking by multiple coaches and maybe some of the leaders on the Republic team. And, just because you speak loud doesn't mean that's mean or anything like that. There's just sometimes that's how you motivate people is the fact that you got to get the message across. And I'm pretty sure that some of the things that are said is, the mistakes, the self-inflicted things that they've done to themselves all around. I mean, especially the offense, and you've got the one on special teams. And as you said, don't know if things started off a little just jittery nerves, or if things were rushed, or just the whole atmosphere and things kind of hyped out, through the week. Who knows what it is? It could be a whole combination of things, just a perfect storm. But as we know by this great coaching staff, that they'll make the adjustments. They'll do what is needed to try to get this Republic team back in the mix here at Webb City. And to me, I think it's pretty fortunate that we're only down by 2 touchdowns with how badly things went there, especially in the first quarter. Offense, went from not looking very good to having back-to-back offensive drives that looked great, almost as good as they've been, as week 1 and week 2. It's just, as we all know, Webb City, year after year after year, is so, well coached, and things just always tend to go their way. The fact that you've got to play mistake-free against a Webb City team.
Yep. Well, one thing that Ryan Cornelson talked about in the run-up to the season is the fact, speaking of how you deal with this in the locker room, he knows the players now. He knows which kids need motivation in which ways, and that's something that just talking to him, you get the impression that's one of his favorite parts of being a coach, is getting to know the kids and how to get the best out of each kid. And so, that's going on down in the locker room right now. And maybe the defense can get a stop and get Republic back in it. But it'll have to happen sooner rather than later, I would think. Trailing 28-14. Don't forget, though, that Republic was down by 2 touchdowns in the district semifinal last year. And they turned it around and ended up winning that. So that was it's certainly precedent and something that they can do. We're going to take we're not going to take a break. We're going to let you watch the band for a while. So we're going to turn our mics down and turn up the mic that is focused down the band's direction. Let you listen in. Never fails. But I think they got more. No. What's going on? Yeah. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for the Tiger Pride Marching Band.
Tiger Pride Band with the fight song, and let's see if that can get everybody hyped up as we get set for the second half. We're going to take another break and be back with more of the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a second veterinarian, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Recently, Cox Health Springfield Hospitals achieved Magnet designation in nursing, an accomplishment that only 9% of hospitals in the nation share. This honor is huge for us and for you, because meeting 94 standards of excellence is a bar as high as it gets in nursing. Nurses who do more so you can feel better. Cox Health. It's the right thing.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
Again, Alex Dunn with the extra point. In the second quarter, Tigers score with 6:49 to go in the half.
Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show. Tigers trailing 28-14. The drum line entertaining the student section. Caden Sumter with the sideline camera down there does a great job. You can get a closer look at them. Tomorrow will be a busy day for Republic athletes. The cross-country team is going to be in Lebanon in the early morning, but softball here all day because of the Ozarks Fall Festival Tournament. And the volleyball team is playing this afternoon, and I know that Allison Davis and the volleyball players would enjoy a big crowd there. JV starts at 1 as they host Heritage Arkansas, and the varsity will follow. So 1 o'clock start time for the volleyball team, and would love to see a lot of people at that volleyball game tomorrow afternoon. A rare Saturday matinee for the volleyball Lady Tigers. Softball team lost its third game of the day. So first two were wins, 16-0 and 4-2. And then the third game was a loss to Green Valley was the winner of that one. And there will be more softball here tomorrow for the Lady Tigers. Republic back on the field and warming up, and Webb City coming out of the locker room across the way, ready to get out and warm up. And Rich, I don't know that there's much to say or much to strategize about, but you limit mistakes, and I think that goes a long way. But anything tactically, strategically that you think the Tigers need to think about going into the second half?
And special thanks to all home football games being sponsored by Beauty and Wellness Company.
Oh yeah, should have turned up your mic, Rich. All right, there we go.
Am I on now? Okay, there we go. The mistakes that we've talked about, that's the big thing. It's just making sure that we don't come out in the third quarter and make some of those same mistakes again. Strategy-wise, offensively, I don't think he really changed too much. They had some success running off the tackle there. You had White and Phillips both having a little bit of success running off either left or right tackle. The offensive line did a good job. You know, they, as usual, doing a great job handing the ball off to Cannon Kroll. Up the middle, he always seems to get 3 to 4 yards. Offensively, you just take away the mistakes, and they've had some success. Defense, again, as we alluded to, it's not like Webb City is just running all over the defense. It's just, it seems like that the mistakes that Republic has done has been big mistakes. They aren't like little bitty mistakes that really don't put you, you know, in the hole or anything like that. They've been really big score-changing mistakes. So I don't think there's too much that you've got to drastically change. Again, the coaching staff for Football Republic Tigers has done such an outstanding job of turning this program around. I know that they've, you know, gotten the message across and got in there and done whatever adjustments that are needed. But just the tough part is when you dig yourself that much of a hole in the first half, it's so difficult to get out. But as we all have talked about and before, is Republic was down at halftime the last time these two teams played in district play, and Republic came out and I think scored 21 unanswered points in the second half, and they came out with a 30-21 win in district play, ending Webb City's season pretty early. But the difference is last year's district game, Republic didn't have these big mistakes. It was a pretty clean, aggressive game by the Republic Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, really, Webb City, and I mentioned it in the first half, they haven't played that well either. It's been kind of a sloppy game by both teams. And Tigers have hung around enough to stay in striking distance. If they get a stop and can score, then it gets really interesting. But at this point, down 2 scores, and with Webb City getting the ball first, I mean, that's pretty tough. You gotta probably outscore them by 3 scores, and you're going to get the ball 1 fewer time than them in the second half. So defense is going to have to play really well. They played well in the first half, so they're going to have to keep that up, and a little field position would go a long way for the Tigers, because that defense has had the goal line at its back much of the time it's been on the field. Big crowd has been mostly quieted by the way things unfolded. It's not only that Webb City's ahead, but that it happened so quickly that Webb City got ahead, that this crowd has still got a lot of pent-up energy, and you get the feeling if Republic could get a break or two, things would get a little bit crazy here. But those breaks have to happen, and the Tigers may have to make them themselves.
Be great here to have a nice deep kick here by the kickoff team to make this Webb City offense have a long field to start off here.
Gabe Johnson back to receive the kick. Sometimes he's in at quarterback, sometimes he's a wide receiver. He receives the kicks, he's all over the field. And obviously a big part of Webb City's plans for success this year. Webb City not in Republic's district, and a high pooch kick is going to land and stay in bounds, and a big hit delivered, but it was delivered to the wrong guy, I guess. I'm not sure what happened. We'll watch it again, but we've got a player down. And while they deal with that, let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah,
I couldn't see from where we are.
That was a hit that we could hear all the way up here in the press box.
Oh, it was a fumble. So, yeah, Evan Smith, in watching the replay, points out they knocked the ball free, and it just popped into the hands of a defender. Well, while they deal with this injury, we are going to take a break, and we'll be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Okay.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200. Have a beautiful day.
Welcome back. Slade Hurd after the hard hit. Good to see him get up and walk across the field. The sophomore took a lick, but was able to walk off under his own power. Everybody in tight, except for one guy, and good penetration there.
The first man through. Andrew Elwell, number 19.
I think the first guy to him might have been Ferguson.
Keegan Hunt, number 71.
Keegan Hunt.
Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson also. So Keegan Hunt and Avon Ferguson.
Yeah, they did a great job just making a pile there. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do as a D lineman is not allowing any run lanes by the opposing offense.
Second down and long for Webb City. And a pass play. They're going to throw it long, and it is incomplete. The receiver, Gabe Johnson, back on that part of the field, got spun around.
There's a flag about the 50-yard line.
Oh my goodness! It was thrown thrown back in the area where you'd normally see holding called. But let's see what it is. Wait for the indication. What they call it against Webb City. So the preemptive anger at the officials, unwarranted in that case.
Right.
So it's going to be second down. No,
So they're just going to decline it, I
they
believe.
decline it. Third down and 10 rather than second down and take the penalty. No, they are going to mark it off.
Oh, okay.
So Webb City was up and ready to go, and they didn't wait to find out where the ball was going to be. So they do mark it back off, all the way back to the 18-yard line. And Webb City's got to get all the way out to the 47. So second and 25 coming up. And they throw it long again, and it is caught and complete for a first down into Republic territory. Gabe Johnson again. Johnson went long and beat his man. Had a couple of steps on him, and that was perfectly thrown.
What is lucky for the Republic defense is that ball was slightly underthrown. If he would have put a little bit more energy behind that pass there and hit his receiver in stride, that could have been 6 points.
Yeah, and also thrown it more to the inside of the field rather than the sideline. Gallardo is stood up. Good push again by the line. Kerbo is in there.
There's another flag thrown.
So is Gimlin. That one in the backfield, and looks like Zion Allen might have been flagged for something.
It was after the play, or towards the end of the play. Again, a lot of conversation. Offsetting penalties.
So it goes both ways.
Offsetting penalties. Main first down from the 41-yard line.
They'll line it up and try this 1st and 10 again.
This has been a Slow-moving game.
Should be second down.
Yes.
There we go.
Down. Yeah, the stick. They've got like an LED, a light on the stick that changes rather than the manual physical one, and they had to cycle through to get it back to second down over on the far sideline. So now Johnson is under center as the quarterback. They want his hands on the ball as much as possible, obviously. He's going to keep it, and Kerbo flew in and missed the tackle. A block upfield on Zion Allen, and now a late hit called on the Tigers. That is going to be Brady Lewis, who kept going after it was out of bounds. I don't think Lewis, he was out of bounds. I don't think he knew where he was. He looked genuinely surprised to get the flag, but I think that was probably a good call in that case. So that one's going to push it all the way down half the distance from there. And it's going to take it down to the 5. First and goal from the 5 with 10:24 left to go in the third quarter. And Webb City trying to make it a 3-touchdown lead. Now McKee under center. Hands it off back the other way. Carried by Andrew Elwell. And Kerbo came up and flattened somebody. See if we can see that again. Gets into the backfield and absolutely drove the blocker. Gallardo took the brunt of the punishment there. And a little hurry up to the line by Webb City. Handoff again to Elwell, and again stood up, and it's Hunt. Logan Hunt, who's there to make the tackle.
Another flag has been thrown in. Kind of look like the referee motion face mask, but I can't really tell.
Well, they're pointing back the other way. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's against Webb City. And that will push them back.
This third quarter has been a quarter of back and forth penalties on both teams.
Pushes it back to the 12. So it's second and goal from there. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Down to about the 5. Kerbo, Zion Allen, and up off the bottom of the pile was
Stopped at the 6. It'll be third down and
Caleb
goal.
Norman.
Caleb Norman, number 32, in the tackle.
Well, this is obviously going to be 4-down territory here for Webb City, so if they're not able to stick it in on this particular play, defense has got to stand strong here. It'd be great momentum change if the defense was able to stop this Webb City drive here.
Third and goal from the 6. Braden Casey, number 20, exhorting his teammates.
I think Webb City's going to have to call timeout. Yeah, the play clock was down to 3, and they didn't even have a play in the huddle.
So the defense is making it interesting, trying to keep this game at a 2-touchdown margin, 28-14. While the teams talk it over, we'll take a break and be back with more after this. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
Welcome back. Defense makes its way out back onto the field. And Webb City still in the huddle over there. 8:54 left to go in the third. There's still lots of time, but Republic's got to make its move at some point pretty soon. And a stop here would be a big part of that. Of course, Webb City's got a field goal kicker who could knock it in from here if they decided to do that as well. And they'll run out of the shotgun with Gabe Johnson. He's going to roll out to his right and keep it, and he cuts back and dives in and makes it in. Looked like for a second that Caleb Norman, the linebacker, might have him lined up, but a cutback let Johnson get back to the inside. He dove into the end zone, and that made it 34-14.
Webb City there did a good job of trying to make it look like or imply that they were going to go to the left. Have three receivers to the left as a decoy when the play was obviously going to the right the whole time.
And that kick is good. And it's 35-14 Webb City. So Webb City not only punched it in on its first drive, but it took about half of the third quarter to do it. And the clock definitely in the Cardinals' favor. Leading now by 21 points. This is that Republic envisioned when they went to bed on Thursday night with dreams of another big win. They just have not played as well as they're capable, and that's going to stick in their craw. Mentioned earlier that Webb City is not in Republic's district, so these two could meet down the road, and if they do, that would mean good things for Republic and for Webb City because they would meet after district play. Both of them would have been district champions by that point. Republic in first place at this point in the district standings, and this loss will hurt that. Lebanon in the district as well. But Republic plays by far the hardest schedule of anybody in the district. The question is, can they win enough games in that schedule that they stay in first place and get that bye in week 10? Kick is taken by Daniel Phillips about the 15-yard line. Zigzags out to the 25 before he's brought down. And with 8:44 left in the third, Republic will take over here at the 25-yard line.
Now, there's still a lot of time left, but this has definitely got to be a drive that the Republic offense scores. It can't have a drive that ends up empty-handed here and give the ball back to a Webb City team that could just very easily just chew up more clock.
Woods is going to be up under center. In the slot, he's got Kroll and White, and he gives it to David Hayes, who takes it out to about the 30-yard line, a gain of about 4 on first down for David Hayes.
Offensive line got a good push there. One of the bright spots here so far for the offense is a consistent push by the offensive line. They've done a great job when Wyatt's had to pass it, putting up a good pocket for him to throw, and giving the running backs running between the tackles 3 to 4 yards.
Now out of the shotgun, White is back there. They give it on the end around here to Phillips, who is tripped up from behind, trying to get to the edge. Good tackle made by Aaron Bell, the linebacker, who came up from behind Phillips. And not a lot of guys can catch Phillips when he's getting to the open field, but he did. And game maybe won, not really. Got mostly back to the line of scrimmage, I guess.
3rd and 6.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. For you to be able to run down Phillips from the side or from behind, you got to be pretty quick yourself.
Offensive line needs to do its job here. Woods is going to keep it, and the offensive line broke down on that play. And that is awful close to taunting by Jason Jones, who got the tackle and then stood over Wyatt Woods and stepped over him. I was waiting for the flag to come out. It never did. So maybe Webb City caught a break. It brings up 4th down and 8. That was a good play by Jace Jones, but a little too enthusiastic, in my opinion, on that one. And the Tigers are going to go for it, or at least they look like they're going to, and maybe they're going to line up and call a timeout.
Maybe pooch punt?
I don't think he's back far enough. No, he is. Okay. And they're going to roll it up toward the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Still in Republic territory at about the 47-yard line, 48. Maybe the 49.
We needed a deeper kick on that one to push this Webb City back a little bit. Kind of went off the side of his foot and went angled.
Well, it's more frustrating for the Tigers to have not played well. But in some ways, it's a little comforting that they're not playing well, because if they were playing well and still getting handled like this, then that would be a bad sign. But
I think we have the water break.
Yep, I think I'm going to take a water break as well. So let's go to a commercial break, and we will be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Get your Rocco's Pizza hot and ready for to-go orders at roccositaliankitchen.net, or pick up a slice at the game, because Rocco's is a proud supporter of Republic Athletics and the Booster Club's concession stands. Rocco's, pizza, pasta, perfection, and Tiger Spirit.
For nearly 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Welcome back. Tigers trailing 35-14. And Webb City takes over again in Republic territory this time. Short field, not as short as it has been sometimes tonight. And they turn and hand it off, and oh my goodness, down below, in comes who? That was a great tackle by Evan Buchanan, the linebacker, who came in and turned him upside down. 2nd down and 10.
That was a counter play by Webb City. They throw that in at least once every drive. Haven't had too much success with it this evening.
Tackle made by Cole Gimlin on the carry by Noah Durman. Durman, a 5'10", 200-pound junior.
Game that looked like Webb City did back-to-back counter plays.
Yep. Logan Hunt was in there on the tackle as well.
Defense did a great job of not getting fooled by the back that goes one way and then comes back the other way.
5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and about 8. And play action. Rolling to his left and in trouble and hit and dropped. Tackle made by Antonio Hunt, the junior.
Okay, this is an interesting call here. You're in the middle of the field, but you're on Republic side of the field. You think Webb City goes for it?
I think probably so. I mean, because you're up by 3 touchdowns, so why not? It's not like it's going to cost you the game here if you go for it.
Gallardo's not in, and he has not been in the last several plays.
Yeah, you're right. And we got a timeout called by Republic.
4:44 remaining. First timeout called by Republic here in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. They do look like they're going to go for it here. No, he's backing up. I think he's going to punt it. Oh, he almost snapped it over his head. And he punts it high into the air. It's going to land around the 25, take a Republic bounce, and then it's touched by Kendall Curbo, and Webb City gets it back. That is about how the night has gone. So Curbo touched it. Webb City keeps it.
Ball bounces back. Let's see.
So that is just, well, like I said, that's the way the night has gone for the Tigers.
Yep. Just got to be aware of, the situational, whatever sport. You got to be aware of the situation and what can happen and what happens if you do or do not touch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, Kendall's a smart player. He knows he shouldn't have been doing in that position, but sometimes it happens, and if it can happen, it might happen tonight. Brady Lewis over there to make a tackle on the sideline, as it was Gabe Johnson with the carry. Johnson will check out. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Webb City has new life on this drive.
Yeah, that was such a dagger there, is the fact that the defense did a great job, went out there, made Webb City really not do anything productive on that first 3 plays, make them punt.
Braden McKee, the quarterback, under center. Turns to fake the handoff, keeps it, pushes his way forward inside the 10. Up off the bottom of the pile.
And we have
Keegan Hunt.
Flag thrown after the play.
I had stopped. I put my binoculars down. I didn't see what went on. Anybody else see it?
No, it was just, I didn't see anything. Everybody was picking themselves off the ground, both sides, and a flag comes flying out.
So it's against Webb City, personal foul. And that'll cost them 15. So the Tigers catch a break with 4:15 left now in the third quarter. Well, Republic had 2 straight onside kick recoveries last year. They might need, I guess if they scored, they would still only need 2, right? They only need to do it twice to get 3 scores in a row, but you're starting to tempt fate if you're relying on that. But a stop here is the first part of turning things around. And we've got a whistle, a waving of the, now they're going to move it back. I lost track of where it was.
It was at the 10, so it should have been on the 25. They put it on the 22. Now they put it on the 27, so they still don't have it right. But.
Well, I guess they're closer. It's closer now, right? And a throw, and under pressure with a sack. The Tigers get there, and that is Cole Gimlin, who got back and got McKee. Gimlin flew in there. I almost called him McKinlin.
Combination of McKee and Gimlin.
And Gimlin came flying off the right side of the defense, almost untouched.
It almost looked like it was a screen, the way everybody flew in there. But there was nobody to throw to. And back up to the line quickly. 2nd down and 35. And they're going to throw it up top, and that is going to be incomplete. Look around for yellow on the field. I don't see any. And it's going to be 4th down. Or is that 3rd down? Have they already changed it? Is that 3rd or 4th?
I've lost track.
Yeah, me too.
That time the Webb City QB wasn't throwing it to a receiver. He was throwing it to a spot, hoping that his receiver would run underneath it, and just either he put too much on it or the receiver just didn't run quite as fast as normal.
Yeah, so it's 3rd down.
I think it should have been 4th.
Now the line, the end moved over here, and there was no flag. But we have a short run down to the 35. 3:15 left.
And this will definitely be 4th down, no matter if this is right or
the personal foul was after the play, so the down should have counted. But I guess they didn't count it.
No, maybe it was just a late flag, and it happened during the play.
This is going to bring 4th and 32 for Webb City.
What play do you call on 4th and 32?
I don't know, but they're going to have to call a timeout because the play clock is down to 0. And they just took a delay of game. Webb City didn't call a timeout. Yeah, and instead of calling a timeout, Webb City just took the delay of game. So I don't know if they did that on purpose, maybe to give their punter a little bit more extra room to punt it. I'm not exactly sure, but. And I mean, which means there's no timeout, so everybody's got to run back out on the field.
Here we go again. Guys getting off the field. Oh.
Well, the punt stopped and bounced back and then sideways. And yeah, so he was running off the field, but I guess they had 11.
He stopped.
Turned out
2 got off, but then 1 was running but stopped.
Got it. I was trying to replace a battery that had died over here, so it was out of commission momentarily. Well, as we've said multiple times, hard to believe Republic is only down by insert number here. But in this case, hard to believe they're only down by 21 the way they've played against Webb City. You know, if you play like this against a mediocre team, you expect to be down by 21.
Yes.
And they gave it up the middle to, I guess, Cannon Kroll, probably. Yep. And getting a little chippy. I was trying to think of another word besides chippy because everybody always says chippy, but it's getting a little chippy.
Yeah, both
down there.
Both sides. You got black jerseys and white jerseys kind of pushing each other around when the play's over with.
2:03 left in the 3rd quarter. Phillips cuts it back and got past the line of scrimmage, but only picked up about 1.
3rd down and 5. Webb City tackled by Brody Eggleston.
Here comes in Michael Worthy. Checked in for Republic.
And the option, and Woods tried to cut it back inside, and he was tripped up.
And he kind of scared me a little bit there, Wyatt. He had that ball so far away from his body. He's expecting a Webb City slapping the ball away at the last second, causing a turnover deep in our own territory. Well, half of our punt team ran out. Here comes the other half.
Cade White standing on about the 7. Gets the kickoff. It's kind of a spiraling kick over everybody's head. Takes a Republic roll down all the way to the 30, and that is where it is going to be down.
And we have a late flag by the Whitecap.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Once again, I'll remind everyone that Rich Miles, before the game started, talked about how fast this thing was going to go.
Well, I wasn't anticipating triple-digit flags being thrown.
Personal foul on Webb City.
So a couple of personal fouls here in the last couple of minutes against the Cardinals. And let's see, when did that personal foul, where was the flag, guys? Was it downfield here? Was it after the kick?
Yeah, he didn't really throw it. He just kind of dropped it there at the 35, and it was after the kick, so I'm not sure what it was.
So half the distance to the goal, which,
so if it's,
I mean,
if it's after the kick, Republic doesn't maintain possession, I guess?
I guess that would be on the return. Half the distance to the goal, which is 15 yards. That's the one time when it's exactly, half the distance to the goal. The ball was on the 30. It's a 15-yard penalty. But
is it really half the distance if it's a full 15-yard penalty?
Well, if the ball was on the 30, right? That's. Going to throw it out in the flat. It is caught. Zion Allen is there to make the tackle on Joseph DeGraffenried, the wide receiver. Not much room to go for DeGraffenried after the catch, but a pickup of about 6 yards, almost 7 on first down. Out to the 22, and time will run down, and I think we'll be at the end of the third quarter. Yes, we are. 35-14 Webb City. We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
PKD Cafe, where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up before school or unwind on a weekend. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation, only at PKD Cafe. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Ready to go in the fourth quarter. And our fourth quarter scoreboard sponsor and our scoreboard sponsor all season long is Destiny Church. And a reminder that they are donating $20 for every touchdown scored by Republic this season to the price tag and locker 518. Those are clothing stores in Republic that offer free clothing to students who need it. It's a great cause, and we appreciate Destiny Church's support of that cause and their support of Republic Tiger Sports. So 2 touchdowns tonight. That means $40 donated to the price tag and locker 518 by Destiny Church. Second down and 3 for Webb City. Quarterback keeper. Again, into the backfield, a couple of Tiger defenders. Kendall Curbo and Evan Buchanan were both back there. Curbo got there first. It's third down and 1 coming up for Webb City. Cardinals in no hurry here.
Nope. I think now that we're in the fourth quarter. They're just going to take their time, make sure they pick up a couple of first downs here and just try to eat up as much time as they possibly can.
And they got the first down, not by a whole lot. Slow to get up is Zion Allen. No, that's not Zion Allen. That is Kendall Kerbo. Allen made the tackle. What a first down for the Cardinals, moves the chains. And they've got it on the 32-yard line. Yeah, Kerbo's going to come out. He's kind of limping off.
David Hayes, I think, came in.
Yeah, so Hayes in there at linebacker. This defense has been banged up, suffered from some sickness this week, and so not really at full strength, and yet they've been the unit that's played well.
Webb either call the timeout or delay a game.
Yep, delay of game. I mean, if you told me coming into the night, I don't know how many penalties that is for Webb City, but if you said that Webb City would commit this many penalties and make so many mistakes, and yet we're down by 21, I would not have believed you.
You don't normally see this from Webb City.
No. And it's frustrating for Republic, I'm sure, not to be able to take advantage of that. Jones spun around, took it forward. Got back past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and about 9. Brady Lewis came in and got him.
Gain of 6 to the 28-yard line, second down and 9.
Again, Webb City slow with the play.
And coming to the near side, out past the 30 is Gabe Johnson. Stays in bounds, goes down. Didn't quite get first down yardage, and the clock keeps running.
At number 3 for Webb City, QB. He came down on his head there. I'm glad to see him get up there. Usually when you see players come almost entirely down on their own head, a lot of times that leads to some major neck injury.
DeGraffenried checks in, number 1, the big wide receiver. He's split out wide to the right side. And they've got Brecken Gallardo wide over here on the near side of the field. And a keeper, and first down yardage for Gabe Johnson. Out past the 40 to the 42-yard line, 9:20 left. They will stop the clock briefly to move the chains. Brady Lewis with the tackle.
At this point, Webb City is just intent on letting Gabe Johnson kind of, well, he's no longer the QB now.
Yeah, he could be anywhere. He's like a Waldo. Got to find him. That time they hand it off up the middle. And a big gain by Noah Durman. 5'10", 200-pound running back. He's a load. And another first down for the Cardinals. Gimlin made the stop. Republic is likely going to fall to 2-1 this season. Webb City improves to 2-1 if they hang on. It would take a stunning turnaround at this point. And another power run by Durman. And I think he's got first down yardage, or at least he's pretty close. Yeah, they're going to move the chains on down.
Yeah, Webb City's slowly kind of changing out some of their starters. And I think next week we go to Neosho. Yeah, so we'll make the long trip down to Neosho next week.
I will be interested to see if they have they've made some improvements to the stadium, and they're going to run a little reverse to DeGraff and Reed. He's got a lot of room. Allen is going to try and catch him, and he falls off, but he did just enough to get him out of bounds. So Allen grabbed onto him, and he didn't hang on, but he threw off his balance enough that he stepped over the sideline and didn't run for the touchdown. Yeah, I mentioned they've made some improvements. Last time we were down there, they had improved the field, but that was 3 years ago, I think. I think they've been here twice.
Yes, you're right.
And I think they might have improved the press box, which they have one of those older facilities.
I sure hope so.
Historic, I believe, is what they would call it in Neosho. And I like it, but it was due for some renovations, and the field was the first thing they did. And I've heard they've done more, but I don't know exactly how much. Durman, again, inside the 5.
Historic is a nice way of describing it.
I like those old places. They got character. Second and 2, so they can get the first down without the touchdown. 7:35 left. They just continue to run the clock. And into the end zone goes Andrew Elwell into the end zone for the touchdown. And Webb City makes it 41-14.
Yeah, that is going to, hopefully we can obviously right the ship. Kind of, at this point in time, game film on a game like tonight. The extra point is good, making it 42-14 with 7:16 left here in the fourth quarter. But when you're the team that's on the wrong side of a lopsided game, a lot of times game film is, you can't thoroughly watch it too much, and sometimes obviously you want to watch it to look at the good things and look at the mistakes so you can correct them. But a lot of times, sometimes it's one of those where you just want to put that game to bed and worry more about the upcoming game than the previous game that was lopsided. But Neosho is a team that's kind of up and down year to year. Definitely expectation, with how Republic is going. Obviously tonight things didn't go well, but excluding tonight's game, the expectation is there is go down to Neosho and get a W. As David was talking about, they made improvements to the field itself, but the stadium structure, as he had said, is historic. Got the old school concrete bleachers, not very tall but very wide. Again, it was 2020 the last time we were there, and I believe because of the coronavirus, I believe everybody was kind of forced to go outside and up top of the press box instead of being inside. So hopefully we go down there and see some of the improvements to Neosho's field and stadium.
I mean, I didn't promise improvements to the press box. I was musing.
You did.
I was musing. I don't know. I can't vouch 100%.
Do you remember? Kick is away and whistle will stop, and imagine that, another flag over there by the Webb City sideline. So it was a 5-yard penalty on Webb City.
That's such a weird penalty to get 3 times. Like, for a good team to get 3 times.
You would think that would be one of the easiest penalties to avoid.
Right. In kickoff team, a lot of times, if you get that more than once, as a special teams coach, you literally tell all your guys to maybe take one step back further than what they normally are lined up, just to try to get them not to be offsides.
All right. Well, that one was legal. And a good return out past the 30, near the 35 by Ryder Davis. Ryder Davis with the big return.
Yeah, one of the better returns tonight by the special teams.
Republic has gone 3 and out. Only 2 possessions in the second half, so it'd be nice if they could get something together, make themselves feel a little bit better at the end of this game.
That's another uncharacteristic thing. From the beginning, it's just they have been so out of sync. And this offense relies on being in sync. Cannon Kroll with a good run. Gain of 6 or 7, maybe 8 on first down. But everybody needs to be in the right place at the right time. It's a precise sort of offense, and just seems like that hasn't been the case tonight. Daniel Phillips will check out. Left side of the line. White has a lot of running room, and he breaks through. He's to the 30. They may catch him from behind, but it's not going to be easy. Inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Cade White. He broke one and went all the way, and Cade White makes it 35 to 20. 42 to 20. I thought that seemed a little too close. So a bright spot, a rare bright spot for the Tigers.
Mason Cole took the extra point. Now to hold it, Ryder Davis.
Kick is up and good by Mason Cole, and that makes it 42 to 21. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
You're always on a winning team with the Pinnaker Advantage. Top customer satisfaction, a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, plus 20% off routine maintenance for the entire ownership of your vehicle purchased at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. You can score big with the Pinnaker family-style service serving the Ozarks since 1979 with the knowledge and no hassle or gimmicks that will make your car shopping experience easy. Let our family take care of yours with a 5-star customer experience at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Welcome back. While we were gone, there was another penalty. And this one, a personal foul against Webb City. That's another uncharacteristic thing that you don't really see, or we're not accustomed to seeing from Webb City, but 3 unsportsmanlike conduct calls here in the second half against the Cardinals. So both these teams playing out of character for what they often do. Webb City's been able to overcome their mistakes, and Republic not quite to the point where they can overcome their mistakes against a team as good as Webb City.
Okay, the ball's going to be moved up.
Yeah, this will make the onside kick
Now,
a lot
that's what
easier.
what I was about to say. You beat me to it there. Was when the ball's getting moved up that far up. Is that something that's in the back of coach's mind there as a possibility of an onside kick?
I would say it's in the front of his mind. I would say it's all he can think about right now. 6:25 left in the game, down 42-21. They need 3 in a row this time. And if they get it, well, dinner's on me. Unfortunately, we're already past dinner time. I mean, they got to get 3 in a row.
Oh, that one is fielded by Webb City. Well, I guess the streak had to end eventually, so 2 straight last year in the district semifinals, and that one, well, I guess the streak ended earlier tonight.
No, I think they did 3 in a row in the district finals, and Webb City finally recovered the last
Yes, but I mean, recover. Oh, so you're right. So the streak ended last year. You're right. I'd forgotten that they actually tried it 3 times. So Webb City can run out the clock unless they score.
Hammered, and he is on the ground. That's good to see right there, that he's able to get up off the ground on his own, but that's definitely one where both the referees and the Webb City staff will probably make him come off at least for one play.
I think he might have hit his head on the turf.
Right, so that will temporarily stop the clock, allow him to walk off the field. That will bring up 2nd and 9 for Webb City. Ball about on the 32. So number 8, McKee for Webb City, comes back in at QB.
So Republic will not get its first ever home win against the Cardinals. Webb City will move to 10-0 all time in Republic, dating all the way back to 1989 was the first time that these teams played. And of course, Webb City won the first 24 meetings until last fall. Republic finally ended that streak. But Webb City bounces back here in the regular season. And this will put Nixa firmly in control in the COC, and it'll be up to Republic. Really, you look at the schedule, and I think Republic is probably the team that has the best opportunity to beat Nixa. But they got to play better than they did tonight.
As we've talked about many times before, the COC is one of the toughest conferences in the entire state of Missouri. There's not too many times where you can kind of look at any one team and say, you know, that's a confident win.
Cardinals punt it away. And it's going to bounce toward the sideline over here, inside the 30, and roll all the way down to about the 25, down to the 24. Webb City bounce before it stops. And with 4:29 remaining, the Tigers will take over from there. Well, another Cade White touchdown run. And then, you know, at least then it's looking respectable. You got to make it look respectable before you can pull off the miracle, right?
Yeah. Another quick touchdown and another onside kick attempt.
Hey, you'd like to see Webb City have to bring their first team back in.
That's true. Woods is under center. And he turns and hands it off to White. This time White bounces it to the outside. Then he turns up, and there comes a flag. And that's probably going to be holding based on where it is, I would guess. 4:22 left. But the important thing is that stops the clock.
Obviously, no one on the field has any plans this evening.
Well, I only get to see you guys once a week, and I like it to last as long as possible.
Oh, that's nice.
Evan Smith back here directing the broadcast tonight. Caden Sumter, already mentioned, down on the sideline camera. Steve Rackley is down there taking pictures. We'll have those later on Republic Tiger Sports. Jenny Rackley is on the camera up here. And, of course, Tim Barnes with the stats. As ugly as they are, he's still doing them. He has not wadded up the paper and thrown it into the trash yet. So holding pushes it back. And, of course, the inimitable Rich Miles with the commentary.
Wow. I think that may be the first time that word has ever been used to describe me.
And it's a handoff inside. Cannon Kroll gains maybe 3 on first down. And the clock runs. Well, the softball team won twice today. The soccer team won. So did the JV soccer team. Had some success in the JV tennis tournament hosted here at Republic, and you've seen those names on the bottom of your screen all night long. And again, a big volleyball match at home tomorrow, starting with the JV at 1 against Heritage Arkansas. So we'd love to see a big crowd there. Maybe make it a day, come out, catch some softball. There's a tournament going on all day tomorrow with the Lady Tigers participating. And then when it starts to get too hot and you need a break, go in, watch the volleyball team.
I like that plan.
And if you really are feeling energetic, get up at 5:30, get to Lebanon for the cross-country races. I think the JV starts at 8:30. Rich, I'm going to ask you to cover that one for me.
Well,
how long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
Well, you gotta drive, and then you gotta get out. You can't just show up at race time. Race starts at 8:30. I guess the team is leaving. I think the team is leaving pretty early. So I guess if you're not driving a bus, it doesn't take you quite that long. Timeout. 2:53 remaining. 3rd and 14 coming up. We're going to keep it right here. Rich, tell me an interesting story. What's something interesting that happened in school this week, Rich?
Well, public education, there's always stuff going on. It's always interesting stories. Some you can tell, some you can't tell.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
Thank you.
I did put you on the spot,
yeah,
but I'm not going to leave you on the spot.
The interesting stuff is things that you probably can't really say on the broadcast.
Timeout's over. Timeout's over. Let's shut it down, Rich. Oh. All right, 2:53 left to go, and Woods is going to drop back, and he's going to launch it up for Rexroth. Jump ball, and it is picked off by the other number 6, Andrew Young of Webb City. It was a jump ball, and Rexroth wasn't quite down there in a position to make it just a jump ball. You know, it wasn't launched up high enough that Rexroth was under it and that Andrew Young was under it, and they were both jumping from the same spot. Young had position, and he made the pick. That was a good play by Andrew Young. Rexroth has been mostly quiet tonight. They've really shut him down.
Yeah, he had the touchdown pass there. He caught it in the back of the end zone, and other than that,
that has been the only completion of the game.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, one thing Republic has struggled with offensively is that the efficiency of the passing game has not been very good this year. And nice tackle. Made over there by David Hayes. Came in from behind, made an ankle shoestring grab.
Also great is we've had back-to-back plays with no flags. So
a rarity.
as
Isaiah Hull checks in, number 50.
Said earlier, Republic next week will make the trip down to Neosho.
Carl Junction beat Neosho tonight, 32-24. So Neosho will still be looking for its first win, I believe.
Mason Williams, number 48, the ball carrier. Gave it to the Republic 49-yard line. Third down and 8.
Nixa tonight, 1.
After tackle made by Cooper White, number
34
58.
to 28. Who did Nixa play?
Carthage.
So Nixa barely stuck by. What a weird scoring. So Nixa barely beat Carthage. Republic barely beat Carthage, and yet Carthage got thumped by Branson last week at home. So
is there a full moon?
I don't know. It's been, yeah. It has been an odd night. Under a minute left to go. So Nixa stays undefeated, but barely. Man, if Carthage had beaten Nixa, that would have, Republic still would have been tied for first place in the COC. And they run clock down under 30 seconds. Hand it off up the middle. Good push, got the first down, and that will allow them to run out the clock. And that is going to just about do it. I don't think they got to run another play.
No, they'll just let the clock run out.
So Webb City took advantage of Republic mistakes, and Republic did not return the favor as Webb City made its own share of mistakes, but the Tigers couldn't capitalize, and Webb City runs away with it. Final score, 42-21. And I think that's going to do it. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. We'll have stats and pictures and highlights, such as they are, later on tonight on RepublicTigerSports.com. I'll also have reports on softball and soccer, and soccer photos and softball photos, and anything else I can throw in there will be online hopefully tonight or early tomorrow morning. But stay up late and keep watching the website for updates. That's going to do it for the whole crew, including Rich Miles. I'm David Brazil. 42-21 Webb City, back at it in the Neosho next week. Thanks for watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.